it, and I'm just hoping we can minimize the damage.
Well, the only thing I'm sure is coming is the end of this show, because I got to get out of here. RD, do you have some closing thoughts on these topics we've talked about today?
No, man. I think we're doing. What time is it for you?
Right now it is 9 o'clock in the morning. We've been on 3 hours.
Oh man, get out of here.
So we'll do another show soon. I like doing shows with RD. I like people that can think and can think openly and aren't so certain about everything. But I also like when we do decide we're going to start believing in things, that it's okay to believe in things just based on a feeling. But it's not okay to buy snake oil from people and say, well, they said it was good, so I'm going to say it's good too. I like reason, even if it's only based on your feeling. But, so I'm not, just because I side with RD on this open thinking model, and I do, doesn't mean that I discount the impact of certain knowledge or near certain knowledge that is knowledge that has been wrung through the scientific method, or at least critical thinking, and seems to stand up very strongly. I put more faith into that knowledge than I do other types of knowledge. But when you get into philosophy, you're in a whole different world. And there was a quote here. It says, science is what you know. Philosophy is what you don't know. And that was Bertrand Russell. So I think that's a good quote to end the show on, to be honest with you.
I agree.
You want to do another one soon, RD? When are you going to be up for something like this again?
I'm guessing it will be the same as today, that we just meet each other and it will happen.
Okay. We'll let the universe write our script. I'm down with that.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, RD. Thanks for being on the show, bro. I will talk to you again soon.
Okay, man. Sleep well.
All right. Thanks, man. You guys were listening to the greatest Dutchman, RD, who has some need to maintain his privacy, hence the name RD, which is nothing wrong with that. I gave up on privacy a while ago. I don't take myself at all seriously, and therefore I don't fear having my stuff out there. I just don't care. Maybe I should. Some people just don't care on this level. It's like, I think I see life as incredibly small, really, at least as far as what one person can do in one lifetime. Remarkably tiny compared to the grand scale. And that may be me overcompensating for my own failures. Who knows? There's a lot we could debate there. But the whole point is, when Carl Sagan had found, I think it was him that found the picture of the Earth, the little tiny blue dot, the pale blue dot, this is us. Well, that's going the extreme other end of someone who's too self-important. And it is saying you're virtually meaningless. Meaningless. Well, you can't be entirely meaningless. You're here. You can do something today that makes everybody take notice. But if the whole of humanity can't make a dent, and if we're not going to speak to the rest of the universe, we're just going to do everything in our little blue ball here, then the question is, how meaningful are we even when we're being meaningful? And there's no real answer to that. It's all going to be based on opinion and religious doctrine and canonical texts like Barco was talking about before. We don't even know what meaning is. All we know is what our individual interpretation of it is. And you're going to operate on whatever your slate says is right. But I would encourage you to leave that slate subject to both editing and to restructuring. Because you never know when you're absolutely right about something. The basic three facts, meaning that we could have been put here by a god, we may have emerged spontaneously, or we could be a simulation, should show you that we really can't be too sure of any damn thing. I mean, even morals are nothing but opinions. Based on what? I think we have innate in us a group mentality. We like to work in small groups. This is how we evolved over a couple of million years through the species as they changed. Humans in our current form been around maybe a couple 100,000 years. We had to learn to work in small groups. We couldn't survive alone. It was very difficult to do. But then when it got to be big groups, little clan battles started breaking out. And you know what? That hasn't changed. So the definition of group has changed. We've got really big groups now, like countries. And we will fight other countries. But it's really just a name, isn't it? Artificial line drawn in the sand. You're a part of this group. They've done numerous psychological experiments to show that group membership changes behavior. So what I think is we're all part of one group. And that is a group of beings that at this time is the intelligent species on this planet and can make the difference on whether or not life makes it or life doesn't make it. So maybe we just need to redefine our priorities. I don't know. There's no answer here, folks. We probe it. That's all we do. And I'm going to probe turning off this show while you go probe the meaning of your life. You've been listening to Truth on Tap. Your host, Kevin A. Kierstead. Your guest today was R.D. You know this man. And we out.